Today we're going to be making a collage, a music collage. And what a collage is when you take various items like pictures or paper, torn up paper, even string, really anything that you find, and you put it together to create your art. And today what we're going to do is we're going to take some sheet music. Okay, that's what you use in music when you read music. And we're going to take some tissue paper and we're going to glue it all together to make a collage. And then we're going to draw a musical instrument on top along with some music notes. Alright, today we're going to start our collage, our music collage. And we're going to start with the first layer. That's before we do our drawing. We're going to start with a blank piece of paper and we're going to take some music and we're going to start with a big one and we're going to arrange these on our paper in different ways where they kind of overlap a little bit. Decide how you want it. Alright. Then we're going to take our glue stick and we're going to roll our glue stick up a little bit. We're going to start with the big one first. So we're going to start off with a big one. Everybody find a big piece of music, flip it over, and we're going to glue the back. Now we always glue the smaller piece of paper, so we know the smaller piece of paper is the music, right? It's not our white paper. So put some glue around the edge. That's all you need. Flip it over. Make sure that you glue it down nice and straight. Alright, let's go for the next paper. Flip over this one. We're going to glue the edges and then put that one down. Alright, 2 more. Now it is okay if your music papers overlap a little bit or touch. Okay, so actually it makes it look a little bit nicer if you ask me. Alright, a couple more. Flip it over. Glue all your edges. Okay, we want our edges nice and glued. Okay. And the last one. Glue it on. Okay, so we've got our music on there. Let's go over it. Just make sure none of our corners are sticking up. If you see a corner sticking up, then go ahead and glue that down. We want it to be nice and flat. Put your lid on your glue stick. So now we're going to add our color to our music. You see how it looks all colorful in the back? And we're going to use this special art tissue paper. This is really fun because we're going to lay our colors all over our paper and then we're going to wet it. Okay, so we'll do a few at a time. We'll start at this top corner up here and we're just going to use our brush. We're going to dip it in our water and put just a little wet spot on our paper and then lay our tissue paper down and then just brush over it to make it flat. Then grab another one, lay it down. You don't want a lot of water. You don't need a lot of water, okay? So put a little spot on there for it'll stick and then go over it to flatten it. All right, just keep adding. You can overlap a little bit. You don't want them on top of each other because then you won't be able to see the color. But if they overlap a little, that's okay. All right, just keep adding. That one didn't stick good. Alright. We want the paper to be pretty covered. If you have some white edges showing or some spots in between your paint, your tissue paper swatches, that's okay. But let's try to cover a lot of the page. It's going to take you a few minutes to get it all done. keep working. Put a little water down, and then put your tissue paper on top, and then a little bit more on top to flatten it. If it sticks to your hand, just make sure that the paper is wet, set it down, grab it with your brush, and then flatten it out. Mix some big ones with some small ones. Alright, I'm almost done. I've got a pretty good layer on here. Go back if you see any spots you think might need another one. Go ahead and add another. Alright, so what we're going to do now is this has to dry. So all the color will go onto your paper, so it needs to sit and dry. So what we're going to do is take it to the drying rack and let it dry overnight, and then next week we will draw our musical instrument. Alright, I'll see y'all next week. Alright guys, so our papers are dry, our colored papers are dry. I left them on the drying rack. Some have fallen off already, but some are still attached. So if you still have some attached, what we're going to do is we're going to peel them off and throw them in the little trash bin on your table. So just pull it off. Try not to pull off your musical notes. Just pull off the colored tissue paper that we stuck on last week until you have your music notes with some color on it. Now, the water has made some of our music notes, our sheet music, kind of pull up. If yours is like that, go ahead and get your glue stick and go around your paper and find the few spots that are pulling up in the corners. Okay, don't pull it up on purpose, but if you see a spot that's flopping open, put a little glue on there and put it down. We want it stuck real good. A few more spots over here. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to do this. Alright. Okay, so now we've got our paper. It's a little bendy, but we'll put it under something flat to flatten it. But today we need to draw our musical instruments. And we have a lot of instruments to choose from. We can draw a trumpet, or we can draw a piano. We've got guitar. There's several options. So if you'll go to the day 2 page and then go to the drawings, it will have some options for your drawing. Alright, so we're going to draw today using our oil pastel. So I have my black oil pastel. We're going to do our drawing. We're going to take it slow and then we're going to color it in. You can color it however you like. You can make it all different colors or whatever. And then when we're done, we're going to draw some different music notes. And I know you've seen these in Miss Jackie's room, but we're going to draw some different music notes around your drawing. And then you're done. All right, bye. Alright, so now I want you to go back to the classroom, Google Classroom, and go to the computer icon on the desk. If you select that, it's going to take you to a page that'll allow you to choose what instruments you want to draw. You can choose any one of those instruments, and then there's also a video on how to draw different music notes. I would like for you to choose an instrument and music notes and decorate your collage, and then use your oil pastels to color it in.